For these problems, we're factoring trinomials with a 1 in front of the x squared. Now, the idea for these problems are still the same, regardless of what kind of signs that you see inside there. You're always looking for factors of the last number that add up to the middle number. In other words, two numbers that multiply to make 42, but they add to be negative 13 is what we're looking at. So I want to run through the list of 42. So 42, I would have 1 and 42. I would have 2 and 21. And then I would have 3 and 14. 4 wouldn't divide in there, 5 wouldn't divide in there, but I have 6 and 7. So 6 and 7 is going to be the combination we want because they multiply to make 42. Now, might be thinking, well, 6 times 7 is 13. It's not negative 13. However, it is if you put two minus signs there. So two minus signs, negative 6 and negative 7, will multiply to make positive 42. And if we add them, they add up to negative 13. So my two numbers are negative 6 and negative 7. So I want to write this as negative 6 and negative 7. And it doesn't matter which order you write that in. And that would be your answer. You could always check it out to make sure it works. X squared minus 7 minus 6 is minus 13x. Negative 6, negative 7 multiplied to make 42. So that would be the correct way to factor that one. For the next one, similar problem. We have 100. So we want to find two numbers that multiply to make 100, but add to be negative 25. All right, so 100, we have 1 and 100. We have 2 and 50. 3 doesn't divide in there. We have 4 and 25. We have 5 and 20. Now, 5 and 20, we can stop there because we see that 5 times 20 is 100, but then that gives us a combination for us to reach 20 negative the 25 there, but need to make both of those negative because it has to add up to negative 25. Negative 5 times negative 20 would be positive 100, but when you add those, that adds up to negative 25. So we have x minus 5 and x minus 20, and that would be your answer there. We can always multiply to make sure we get the original one, x squared. We would have minus 20 minus 5 is going to be minus 25. And then negative 5 times negative 20 would be positive 100.